Okay, YouTube, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Of course, I'm talking about this ugly chair. Hello again and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a super exciting one. It is my first time doing like a DIY thrift flip upcycle situation. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm a DIY gal. Like everything in my house is either painted or duct taped to hell. I like to customize my character. I like to customize my home. Nothing enters this house unless it's cute. So how did I let this monster into my house? It's giving tater tot with a slice of American cheese on top. So when I originally bought this thing, I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace, which is how I buy most of my furniture. But the photos were in really awful lighting, so it was hard to tell what the color was. And I really trusted the seller when they said that it was pink. This is not pink. This is the color of an old penny. Petition for us to stop calling copper, beige, nude, mauve, any of those colors pink. We can no longer call those pink. Literally the bane of my existence. I got a new chair today off of Facebook Marketplace and we're gonna paint it. Yeah, so that's really exciting. I have already painted my couch pink in the past. I did document that process on TikTok already if you want to go and take a look. I may also touch up the couch just because it's been about a year now and there's some where the color's kind of fading, so she could just use a refresh. Yeah, that's the plan. Without further ado, let's get into it. Here is the old dead chair, just so you can see up close. She's really been through it, guys. Like, I think it's time to put her out of her misery. R.I.P., you served your purpose well. What is this color? It's hideous. Here's the new chair. It's a cotton canvas material, which I feel like is the best to paint on. It also has these 3 panels on the front and the back, which I intend to color block. Here are the materials that I'll be using. We have the plastic drop cloth. We have a 3-piece set of all-purpose paintbrushes. And I also grabbed a couple of paint liners just in case. The type of paint that I'm using is Krylon brand Chalky Finish. These are available at Lowe's and you can get them custom tinted to almost any color. Now this project is going to be very, very messy, so the first step is we're gonna lay down some painter's plastic or tarp, whatever you gotta do to make the floor waterproof. Once you've got your floor fully drip proof, you're gonna move on to making the paint solution. I'm starting with pink because that's the color that I'm going to be using the most in this project. The recipe for the paint solution is 1 part paint to 4 parts water. And to make sure that the final product is nice and soft, I just add in a dash of fabric softener. This is my least favorite part, but before you can start painting, you have to get the entire fabric completely wet. I just use regular water in a spray bottle and just hose it down for what feels like hours. Okay, here's what we've all been waiting for. It's time to paint some furniture. Don't worry if the paint is not super saturated at first. It definitely dries a shade or 2 darker, and you're going to be putting a couple coats of paint before you're done. Isn't this fun? What a nice, relaxing time we're all having. Let's go ahead and mix up the rest of the colors. I think this is my favorite part about painting projects. I do a lot of color blocking and I never buy the full color range. Instead, I'll buy the primary colors, essentially pink, blue, and yellow, because from those 3 colors, you can mix any color in the world. It ends up saving me a lot of money on paint, and it's also just really satisfying to mix all the colors perfectly. Again, lots and lots of wetting the fabric using the spray bottle. And now it's time to get started color blocking these panels. As you can see, I ended up sectioning off the pink that I had already painted from the other colors with just some more painter's tape tucked in and around the cushion. It is officially the next day. The chair is finishing drying right now, and I'm getting ready to start painting the couch. Originally, my plan was to just give her a once over, just touch up the pink, but I love so much how the color block came out on the chair. I think I'm gonna color block the couch. I don't know, we'll see how hard it is once I get started. I might give up, but I think it could be really cute, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So before I start painting the couch, I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you what the final product looks like of painting your furniture. The number one question that I get anytime I paint a couch or a chair or anything is, what is that texture like? Is it crunchy? The answer is no, it's not crunchy at all. Maybe if you used a standard paint, it could get crunchy. I can see how you would think that, but it is a chalk paint and it's heavily watered down. And then you go in with the sanding afterwards, and what you're left with is the exact same texture that you started with, honestly. Here's a cushion, and the only thing is that I did notice the couch faded a little bit over time. It's difficult to spot wash it, so if you get a stain on it, you kind of have to wash the whole couch. That's just been my experience, so I am really careful with eating and drinking on the couch. But so here's the texture. You can see it is not at all crunchy. It's still super soft. So yeah, no paint chipping off, no crunchy texture. It really is just like dyeing fabric, honestly. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to show you, so I'm about to get started. I'm gonna clean off some of the cat hair first. Ideally, if you have a rug cleaner or carpet cleaner, you would want to give it a once over with that, but I don't have one of those, so we're just gonna skip that step and go straight into painting. I had to enlist the help of my boyfriend for this part because, as you can see, the couch has a lot more surface area than the chair did, and oh my god, that spray bottle was making my hand cramp up so bad. So shout out to my boyfriend for helping me with this, thank you. Also, just shout out to him for living in this pink pastel kawaii palace with me. We stan a pastel boyfriend. I decided to touch up some spots on the chair at the same time. You'll want to sand between real coats, but I'm not doing a full coat. These are just touch-ups, and you'll see the sanding later on in the video. The actual couch cushions end up being a little bit easier because you can remove them from the couch, unlike a lot of the other items from like the chair and stuff. And then I'm also painting these little throw pillows, which are great because I can just toss those in the bathtub. No mess to clean up, super easy. This is a great little hack if I do say so myself. Okay, it's been a couple of days since I started this project. The process is like 10% creative, fun ideas time and 90% hard work, labor, patience. But so here we are. Everything has had one coat of paint. The next part is super important. When you guys ask me if the texture of the fabric is crunchy, crispy, crusty, it's not. And the reason it's not is because of this next step. Every time you do a coat of paint, you're gonna sand down the fabric. You're gonna sand it lightly but thoroughly. Once you're done sanding, apply another coat of paint and then sand that coat as well. After you sand it, it feels like fabric. Hey, Scooter, why would you do this? You've betrayed me. Anyway, yes, chalk paint, water, a little bit of fabric softener, and then vigorous sanding after each coat. If you follow those steps, you will end up with a beautiful new customized, not crunchy couch, I promise.
Now that everything is sanded, we're going to go in and give it one last coat of paint. Okay, the last step is to paint these ugly brown chair legs pink. And we're done. Let's see the final results.
All right, my loves, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It took me a little bit longer to get through this one than it did my previous videos. It's the holidays, it's Black Friday time for me in retail e-commerce, so it's just been hectic. But yeah, I am gonna try to have one video a week. I don't have a set schedule yet. If you've been liking the videos so far, I highly suggest that you go ahead and click the subscribe button. I have some really cool videos coming for you this next month. We're gonna do another DIY, and I think I'm gonna get started on the wardrobe tour, so that's really exciting. As always, I super appreciate all of the support. You guys have been so great and so welcoming, and yeah, I'm excited to make more videos. Okay, we'll see you next time.